Hi guys, just a wee video on my little caravan tiny house water pump. Started leaking out of the side here, dribbling down and staining all the wood. So I thought, well, I'll pull it to bits and see if I can fix it. So I did. That's the backing piece that goes with the wee rubber seal there on there like that, and then on this little arm here, that's where the pump attaches, but I'll show you that when I put it back together. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to fix it, but it seems to be a combination of problems. If you look in here, the shaft as it came in was all flogged out onto this piece of casing, so that was the first thing I did, was fix that. So I got an ice cream container lid and cut a little piece of plastic out and rolled it around and tucked it in there. The other part is when the screw's done up fully, and this is where that little pump piece goes in there like that on that shaft, but that way around because there's a little divot for the screw. If you look closely, you can see that it's all chaffed out all the way around this area here. All from there, from the head of the screw, is dug in and chaffed away all that. So in between this piece being loose and flogging around and this one chaffing in, what it's done is it's left the O-ring seals all perished. So I'll just take the screw out and show you what that looks like. And just pull this out, and as you can see, there's two O-ring seals, one there and one there, and that one there looks like it's pretty worn. But that screw that goes in there is the only thing that was holding pressure that way to keep the pump sealed. Now that one there goes on the inside the shaft there. You can see the little edge there, so that first O-ring goes there, and then the other one seals inside the casing here, and it's on the outside. So I'm going to replace those two, and I think with the combination of it now, see, when I got it, it was all wobbly because that's why I put the bit of plastic, sort of made it like a little bush, and put it in, just put a couple of dabs of just cheap glue, this stuff here, and just put a couple of dabs just there to hold it into place. I used an ice cream container because it's food grade plastic, obviously. So yeah, so I'll replace those and we'll put it together and see if it makes a difference. So I'll go and get some O-rings. Cheers. So here we are, guys, with the screw put back in. I also put a tap washer just there between the screw and the casing. It might flog out, but I just thought because it was a bit chewed out in that sort of that cheap die cast, it might add as a little bit of a buffer to help pull the shaft that way in nice and tighter. I also lubricated it before I slid in with the new O-rings on that shaft with a bit of hemp oil. Good hemp. And because obviously you don't want to use any sort of normal motor oil or anything, because it's going to be a drinking thing that fills up with water. So you've got to use something edible. And before I'll just get a wee bit more on my finger, so when I put it back together, I'm just going to put a little tiny bit around that seal just to just the tiniest little bit just to help it slide in when I put it back together. So I'll put the wee gasket on and then the casing, and we should be all set to go. I'll see if I can do it while the camera's running. Might be able to do it. It's sitting on the table. Okay, so that went around there like that. It's got to line up the holes. And then slip that into its little casing. Make sure all those little screws line up. Oh yeah, I can feel that one. Just gonna use the completely wrong tool, but just to start it, I'm just gonna use a knife. I'm gonna use my screwdriver in a sec, because I'm trying to hold everything at once, and it is a little tricky. Just get them to sort of feel like they started. Yep, that all started. They're a pretty cheaply made unit, like the wee piece of plastic that I made that little bush out of the ice cream container. I don't think that was ever very well finished or made, and I think that's why these flog out. But I mean, they're still, in New Zealand, they're still about, I don't know, about $80 or something. So, you know, they're not a cheap item. So that's why I just try to fix everything that I possibly can. You know, dollar saved is dollar earned, so they say. I don't think these have to be excessively tight. They weren't excessively tight when I undid them. It's just to form a seal. I've got an impact gun here that I'm just going to give everything a very quick little... Don't want to strip the thread in them. Right, that seems pretty good. Right, let's have a look. Wow, it feels nice and tight, whereas before that would all flog around. It actually feels pretty good. So bear with me, and we'll just pop this in, see if it's going to work. Let's hook up the water. There we go. Still there? Let's have a look. Upside down, sorry. You can hear it. Oh, it's working and nothing's leaking. When I was doing this before, the water was just pouring out of here and dribbling down here, and you can see it's staining the wood. That's back to like it was brand new. Good old ice cream lid and a couple of little O-rings. I just got a handful of them at the local DIY shop, and that is just back to bloody perfect. It was really starting to annoy me. I had to have a rag sitting here the whole time when I was doing pumping the water because it was just pouring out, but now it's not. So it even feels good. Like that used to really slop around, like because that other piece on that other side where I put that little bush, it was going like that, so it was flogging out the O-rings. So wow, that's absolutely awesome. So I'm absolutely thrilled with that, guys. So success, money saved. Thanks, guys. Like and subscribe, please, if it helps you out. Cheers. Bye.